So back in April, LEGO released these brick-built character heads, and one of those happened to be Boba Fett. I really like the set a lot, but ever since I got it, I've wondered how it would look like if it were to be completely rebuilt with the Jango Fett look from Attack of the Clones, so that's what I decided to do. And after a few hours of redesigning the set in Bricklink Studio software, I gathered all of the parts I needed and put together my completed design. And this is how it turned out. Hello everybody, I'm starwarsbricks and welcome back to another video. In today's video, I'm going to be showing you guys my brand new LEGO Star Wars Jango Fett character head build. Now this MOC is based off of the lineup of LEGO Star Wars character heads that LEGO released back in April. And as you could probably tell, this is just an alternate version or alternate build of the LEGO Star Wars Boba Fett build. As you could tell, the entire helmet was basically recolored with the light bluish gray and the blue color scheme. And overall, I think it turned out pretty great. Now while this may look very similar to the LEGO Star Wars Boba Fett build, it is not exactly the same build. I did have to change a few things. For example, the stripes that Boba Fett has on the left side of his helmet that are in yellow, I basically had to remove those and just plate it up. So I pretty much just mirrored what was on the left side to the right side of the helmet. And same goes for the side pillars here on the side of his head. It's not exactly the same on Boba Fett's helmet as it is on Jango Fett's. As you can see on the left side of his helmet, it is a pretty plain and simple design. And as we look at the right side of Jango Fett's helmet, as you can see, it is actually a different design from Boba Fett's helmet, mainly because in the films they're not exactly the same. So I did modify the side pillar on the right side of his helmet a little bit. And lastly, the only part that I didn't have in the correct color while building this MOC are these two 1x2 rail pieces here at the very front on the bottom of his helmet. As you can see, they are in light gray, and on the Boba Fett helmet they are actually in black to kind of go with the black trim that is outlining the dark red. However, they did not come in the dark blue color, so I just ended up going with the gray just because I feel like it flowed really well. I could have used black and I actually tried that, but honestly when I tried it just looked a little weird, so I think the gray just turned out a whole lot better. And the very last change that I made with the alternate build are these 1x1 black tiles here right by the slopes on the stand. I kind of did that just to give it a more smooth finish to the stand. I think it turned out really great. It's nothing too crazy, nothing really necessary, but overall I think it just finishes the smoothened out look of the stand here. But yeah, that's pretty much it with the changes that I made. As far as the rest of the helmet goes, it's pretty much the same thing as the Boba Fett helmet. However, like I mentioned, this is an alternate build, but yeah, everything works and attaches the same way. As we look at the front of the helmet, as you can see on both sides, he actually has these panels that kind of complete the sloped look of his helmet. Those are just attached using these two clips, just like on the Boba Fett helmet, and I'm really happy how those turned out. And the only part that I was really worried about while making this build was this 4x4 curved inverted plate, whatever you want to call it. I don't know the exact name, but as you can see, it's this piece right here. I feel like that is the main and the most necessary part I would need to complete the look of this Jango Fett alternate build, and which is why it was the very first piece I looked up on Bricklink to see if it came in the dark blue color, and it did. So this whole build pretty much worked out perfectly, aside from the two parts at the bottom of the helmet there. So if there's one piece of advice I have to you if you're going to make an alternate build, is that make sure you have the necessary parts in the correct colors. For example, if I didn't have that part in the dark blue color, I probably would have had to use some regular angled slope plates to kind of finish off the curve there, but I think it would have ended up looking kind of jaggedy, and this plate that's already on here just gives it such a smooth transition with the curve and the outline of the detail there. And here's another look on the right pillar of his helmet. I'm not sure if that's what you call him. As you can see, it's in the dark blue color, and the rest of the detail on his helmet is actually in the blue color. If you look at his helmet, it's pretty much how it is. The pillars on the side are both in dark blue, as well as the antenna on top and the outlining on the very front of his helmet. But once again, this is a slightly different design from Boba Fett's helmet. As you can see, I actually have this 1x4 flat tile here, and the rest of it's kind of just plated off. Anyways, as we move up to the antenna on the helmet, it's pretty much the same design that is on the Boba Fett helmet, of course with the dark blue bit here at the very top, and that does work and function exactly the same. So as you can see, it goes all the way down and all the way back up. And moving our way back, here's a look at the very back of the helmet. As you can see, that one stripe in the very center on the rear of his helmet is actually done in dark bluish gray, in which I believe it was dark red on the Boba Fett's helmet if I'm correct. But yeah, there's a look at the back of his helmet. It's pretty much just plated plated up and sloped off, as you can see. And as we move our way to the left side of his helmet, there's not too much detail going on here, but either way in the film, there's not a lot of detail going on anyways. And here is a look at the top part of his helmet. Pretty much the same thing as Boba's, but in light bluish gray, of course. But yeah, there you have it. There is my Jango Fett alternate build of the Boba Fett character helmet. Aside from a few minor changes that I showed you guys, it's pretty much the exact same build that's been recolored. And in case you're wondering, even on the inside, I use the same exact build with the same exact parts and the same exact colors. And just like the rest of the LEGO Star Wars character helmets, you could also detach the stand if you want. If you want to just lay the helmet on the desk without the stand, you have that option as well. And lastly, I almost forgot to mention, but the one thing that is missing on this build that's on the Boba Fett build is the character display plaque. And that's pretty much just because they don't have a Jango Fett display plaque. I would have to custom print one or make a sticker. And all in all, I just decided to completely strip it from the display plaque. And I actually quite like it. I think it really gave the set a much clean and smooth look. But yeah, there you guys have it. This is my LEGO Star Wars Jango Fett character build, alternate build of the Boba Fett helmet. If you guys enjoyed, please be sure to drop a like. If you guys want to see me do more of these alternate builds or more MOCs, comment below what you guys want to see me build, and I'll try to get to it as quick as possible. But yeah, that's going to do it for today's video, and I will see you guys in the next one.